Hey everyone, welcome back to Marketing 100. I'm Kale, your salon and spa business bestie, and I'm joined today as ever by my good friend and founder of the salon business, John Halberg. We're here to give you 100 marketing tips to help you level up your salon or spa business game. And today we're going to talk about something new.
How to run attractive promotions without giving away discount. I see discount promotions very often out there, and I understand why. Generally speaking, like running a promotion is important. It's a vehicle that we have as business owners. It's a tool that we have to attract new clients, to get people to move, to get people to take action. But we don't necessarily need to do discount promotions. It's often not the right client you're attracting. It's also like undermining your price list. So if you're, doing discounts and your other clients are seeing that you have discounts on your services, like why should they be paying full price on those services? And you're kind of like undermining the value of those. In many cases, like a discount promotion might be the most effective promotion in terms of people really jumping on it compared to something else. But it can be quite dangerous. Or what do you think, Gail?
Sometimes when you're doing promotions, it becomes a bit of a theme. And I think that sometimes clients start to expect it. And people catch on to that kind of thing. They start to realize that maybe a certain product or a certain service isn't as valuable to them because now it's only worth as much as it is discounted. That's the new floor. They're not really willing to spend beyond that. And I think that sort of sets a bad precedent, especially if it's something that they come to rely on in their inbox every once in a while or too often for that matter. I think it can be a slippery slope.
I think most business owners that we would work with are trying to build like premium brands who want to charge a premium, establishing themselves as someone who's providing something unique. You could be positioning yourself as kind of like, the bargain place or where you go for like lower prices. That might be a fit with your brand. But for most businesses that we work with, it's not a fit. We just see this works. Like when we give 20% on our like core services, like our haircuts or like manicure services, we get people in. So it's just being lazy and being a little bit more sophisticated with how we do it. I just want to dive into like give some more like concrete tips on what could we be doing instead and how can we do that in a more like strategic way. We need to offer more value. So like people would pay what they always pay, but when they buy and when they, pay at that price, they get more value. And the way we can do this is by leveraging add-ons. Add-ons are things that kind of enhances the result of that service or the experience of that service. The way I would think about this when we design promotions that are more strategic is really to separate what your add-ons are versus your core services. And then we'll do a promotion around one of your core services, and then we just include those additional services, potentially retail products as well. The add-ons I would go for are those that really aligns with the main service. Sometimes I see like we go wrong here. So we might, if our service is again like a manicure and the add-on we're offering is a hair treatment because we happen to do both, it doesn't really make sense. Like I came from the manicure, I don't even want that, right? It doesn't align with the value proposition that the client was booking in the first place. So something that just makes the result or the experience even better, that they align with each other, because that's the buyer's mindset or the client's mindset. When they're booking that service, right, is they want, a hair service done in that case. So something that makes that better rather than to do something differently. That would be like the first principle. Pick those that doesn't cost you much to do. So that doesn't have like a high product price, for the ingoing product. That doesn't require a ton of time, because if it takes a lot of your time to deliver it, it's obviously that's a cost, right? So those are the like two things I would really have in mind when designing those packages in order for the perceived value to be high and people want to book it without it necessarily like costing you a lot.
I think when it comes to the add-ons that you do provide, they need to be ones that sort of fit in with the service times that you already booked typically, or add very little time and effort on top of that. It's a really great way to sort of increase your average ticket and add things that do bring value, but don't cost you a whole lot. And I mean that in terms of product cost and time cost. So for instance, I worked at a couple salons where we had like a deep conditioning treatment that was really easy to add on before a blow dry, right? It only added a couple extra minutes to the service, but the ticket price it commanded was way more than, obviously the time cost to put it on. So things like that are a great idea. And like you said, like it needs to be something that provides value to the client, or else they'll never do it. And it needs to fit with what they're doing already, or else it's an inconvenience, right? We're trying to provide something that's convenient and, adds value, increases that ticket, not something that's like I didn't really want to also get a pedicure with my haircut today, like something weird. You know what I mean? So I also think, to come back to the discount thing, a discount doesn't mean value. Like, I really want to drive that point home today. Like, providing discounts, yeah, it might get more people in your door for the time being, but it doesn't scream value. It doesn't convey value. In fact, it does the opposite. It devalues your services. Adding value on through things that are smart, ticket price increases, and make the service better overall without really taxing you or your team, are the way to go. My absolute worst clients were discount clients at every salon and spa that I worked at. The ones that only came in for a discount, those are always like my most entitled, my most frustrating clients, the ones that took the most of my time. And, they were only there for the discount. You don't really engender that sort of loyalty and that desire to come back for discount clients a lot of the time. If you only see them when you give them a discount, that's a red flag right there. Your brand needs to convey the value you bring, and discounts just don't send that message. So I think you're dead on with this one, John. I think it comes down to adding on services that provide that value and that really make sense for your business and your timetable.
Doing these value packages versus like a discount promotion, it is a bit more complex to execute and to make sure that people understand. It is harder like than to do a discount promotion. We were running ads, and they were running two different campaigns. Like, one was like a pure straight discount one, and another one was more of a value package. And the amount we paid for every new client coming in for when we ran like a straight discount were like super low compared to when we were doing these like value packages, right? I think for like these straight discount promotions in that particular case, it was actually like below $5 to get a new client in that we paid for each client with that campaign. But naturally, like a few months later, very few of those that came in like became loyal clients compared to like the fewer that booked with this other proposition, and they actually like stayed loyal. I just want to like highlight that, because I think it's going to be tempting if you're running like a paid campaign, or you're running something and you're just seeing results. The instant results are more positive with this discount one. Just like a word of caution that, that's to be expected when you run more of a package, that it's harder to sell, but you're getting better clients, and it's probably a more sustainable way.
I think the opportunity cost is real there. We talk about vanity metrics in marketing all the time, things that look good, but don't necessarily represent a long-term value to your brand. And bringing in those discount clients for, the one or two times they come in ever, even if it looks lower in terms of your initial spend, when it comes to marketing cost, doesn't necessarily translate into over a lifetime value for that client.
When it comes to these metrics and how we look at it, I think it's important to just like not only look at the numbers, but also apply your intuition and common sense. Like, if you're running a campaign and you're doing a discount, if you're seeing like the type of people that are coming in here is not really right, then, trust your gut there, versus even if like whatever the data in that case is maybe telling you that, wow, this is a great campaign and it's super affordable to get these clients, right?
So, John, we talked a little bit about how to sort of think about this, but how can we actually implement it in our business? How can we make this a tactical, thing that we're doing on a daily basis?
Some of these packages will be campaigns that we kind of like running for a limited period of times. It could be also, some of these packages could also be ongoing, that we kind of evergreen, that we always have in our business, that is like our new client promotion or something that we always have on, right? For sure, what I would do is leverage like a gift card promotion, so that's one way, right? If we design this as something that you can give to a friend, or in many cases, like even gift card promotions, people buy for themselves, but just that they, redeem it later on, right? If you're having a Salon software like the Mango Mint platform, which we use, you can set up packages in that platform, right? So you can kind of like really design those and make those available on your service menu as well when people book. If you want to like reach out to clients, like probably what I would do is to send like really targeted email campaigns. So not just like, blasting every client that you have with like this promotion, but being a little bit more strategic with it, and maybe having a package promotion that is more designed to people who don't have an upcoming appointment, for example, planned, or who have taken, a similar service in the past, and you're now, putting this package together to like, refresh that and re-promote that. So you're kind of being a little bit more selective and making sure that the people that you're reaching with this package are those who really need that kind of like extra bump to kind of get them back in the door, or to like, you know, take you up on that, or to explore like a broader service offer than what they would normally do. Like, be a little bit smarter with that than to just send it to everyone. You know, you're really driving the type of behavior that you want, and getting the right people to act in the way you want when you design that package.
I think that's all we've got for you guys today. But if you do want to check out how to do this, how to actually take these steps and implement them, if you want to check out our platform of choice, we've got our link down in the description below. You can check out MangoBit and their email platform for free. If you use our link, you get an extra 30 days, so 2 months on us. Give it a shot. We think you'll really love it. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode of Marketing 100. Bye.